Meanwhile, Jefferies is out with a new sports betting themed survey just ahead of NFL season, including its best bets for investors to cash in and a clue into who has the upper hand in attracting bettors. David Katz is here with more. He is a Jefferies managing director. David, it's good to have you. Best position stocks, you think DraftKings, Caesars, MGM?
Yeah, the way we've thought about it, just stepping back for a moment, Kelly, is in order to succeed in this value chain, in this enterprise, you need market access, brands, technology, and content. And the survey that we published a commentary on this morning highlights our thesis that the technology piece is so critically important because it highlights consumers' responses in terms of ease of use, being able to get into the app, deposit money, find the bets they want, and then withdraw their funds over time. And what we discovered is that 52% of our respondents chose ease of use as a top criteria in choosing an app. And that was up 10 percentage points from the last time we did this survey back in March, ahead of March Madness.
I also want to mention a couple of things that will distinguish this NFL season that you point out. It'll be the first one where we have, a bunch of states: Tennessee, Virginia, Arizona, Connecticut, Maryland, and you say potentially New York and Florida. Why only potentially New York and Florida?
Well, those are in some stage of process of legalization. And New York has said that they would like to legalize, and figuring out what the rules, the boundaries, who the bidders are. There's been an RFP out. There have been some bids submitted for that market, but no winners selected, no terms. Florida is in an active negotiation with the Seminole Tribe of Florida that own Hard Rock, who would like to have exclusivity. The legislature is getting involved as to whether there should be a statewide referendum to that end. All of those could be worked out quickly. As we've seen with political processes, they can take forever or they can end in an afternoon.
Yeah. So
we're watching both of those two with interest because they are among the 4 largest states in the U.S. in terms of betting. From the very beginning, we need those states to achieve the big numbers that we've put out.
Let me ask a question as we talk about a lot of the platforms you think are well positioned and sort of the relative attractiveness. All of them are platforms I would think of. So I guess to put it differently, my question is, who's not going to benefit, right? Which of these stocks do you think face more headwinds or might have reasons why they're not necessarily going to participate in a, sports is back, betting is higher than ever kind of trade?
Right. Look, I think one of the more interesting or actively debated stocks that we talk about with investors is Penn National Gaming. They made a masterful acquisition of Barstool Sports a year and a half ago now. And so they have clearly market access through Penn. They have an audience through Barstool that's extraordinary. But so far, they have not shown the technology and the content in order to gain the kinds of market share numbers that they put out as their targets. They're in the process of making an acquisition of a publicly traded SCR, Score Media, and the degree to which that will bring the technology that they need to really be successful and how soon that will occur is one of the more actively debated subjects with us and investors all the time, Kelly.
Well, it's very well put, and a reminder that just because there's a big audience doesn't mean you can immediately monetize that.